I also admire Jessie Sanchez because in Freddy because for love interest characters she's very she is very fleshed out and she has a healthy friendship with Freddy where she also requites Jessie requites Freddy's love for her or at least liking of her when she trains him at the parking lot of their apartment to help Ray get better at hockey so that he can team up with her on the Hammerhead Shark Pee Wee hockey team. Which is also why I decided to bring Don't Sit in My Lunch into this video because that's the biggest part that Jessie's had so far in a Freddy book episode before Super Secret Valentine. Also, I also want to remind you that Jessie Sanchez and Freddy Thresher also have a much better. They also have a much better Valentine's relationship in this Valentine's Day book story than Junie B. Jones and Jim and Jim and Junie B. Jones and Super Secret Valentine. Okay, that might not be the exact title, but yeah, something had to do with Valentines where Junie B. Jones was mispronouncing the word Valentine as Valentine. And at the end of the story, Jim was embarrassed to admit that he picks on Junie B. Jones all the time because he secretly likes her. It's nasty. That's in a Freddy series. That's something Max would do if he liked someone but never wanted to admit it. But I'm pretty sure that's not why. But I hope that's not why Max picks on Chloe and Freddy all the time. But yeah, Jessie knows much better at how to win over Freddy than in Ready Freddy than me, Jim, and Junie B. Jones, who is always trying to push Junie B. Jones away to hide the unrequited love he has for her. Jessie is a good girl because Jessie is a much better Valentine to have than Jessie Sanchez from Ready Freddy is a much better Valentine or Valentine to have than. I mean, Freddy had a much better Valentine with Jessie than Junie B. Jones had with Jim because Jessie, at least because Jessie is a well-behaved girl who knows how to be subtle about liking Freddy without trying to hide it and deny it. Jessie Sanchez is a good girl who doesn't hide the love she has for Freddy because Jessie cares about Freddy and Freddy cares about her. And even though Jessie and Freddy may not be the girlfriend and boyfriend that Susie thinks they are, Jessie will always be there for Freddy to help him out in the face of danger, including times when Freddy and Chloe are being bullied by Max. Although, and I know Freddy is also, which also ironically reminds me of which ironically also shows how nice Freddy is too, because even though Freddy doesn't like Max, he still helps. Freddy is still a kind boy who helps out Max when he's down in the King of Show and Tell and talent show Scaredy Pants, and and they uh, and they even teamed up, and against all odds, they even teamed up in the hockey tryouts in "Don't Sit on My Lunch." And Freddy also helped Max face his fear of dark spaces and mysterious screeching noises from cats in Halloween Freddy Cat. So, yeah, that's why the Freddy books have aged pretty well, and why they're probably better than you remember. And Super Secret Valentine is, without a doubt, one of the best Freddy books that I've read so far. Because even though Super Secret Valentine is about Freddy giving Jessie a Super Secret Valentine because they like each other more than friends, and they might become boyfriend and girlfriend in the near future when they're old enough to have girlfriends and boyfriends. Something that definitely puts Super Secret Valentine. Oops, I said Super Secret Valentine by mistake. Something that definitely puts Super Secret Valentine above most other Freddy books that I've read so far is the important note that Mrs. Wishy makes about the nuances of Valentine-like crushes in your early life. As in, Mrs. Wishy may have liked Josh when... Wait to get it right. Yeah, Mrs. Wishy may have liked Josh when Mrs. Wishy was a kid. She may have liked Josh as more than a friend, but unless he grew up to be her Mr. Wishy. Then, unless Josh is actually Mr. Wishy, unless Josh grew up to be Mr. Wishy, then Mrs. Wishy probably quickly moved on from Josh, but remained on good terms with him, and it's okay with her and okay with me if Josh, the boy that Mrs. Wishy liked when she was a kid, didn't grow up to marry her and become Mr. Wishy. Okay, audience, subscribers, that's enough whooshy, gushy, mushy feelings for today. I know that there are some people like you. I know that some of you, including people like the mysterious Mr. Enter, who don't usually enjoy Valentine's Day stories because of LPW love talk, and because they might romanticize or fantasize unhealthy relationships. But Super Secret Valentine has aged pretty well, because this Valentine's Day story in Freddy and most other Freddy books in general give Freddy and Jessie, they depict Freddy and Jessie as having a pretty healthy friendship, which to me is especially noticeable in the fact that Freddy and Jessie are never rude to each other and call each other names like Freddy does all the time with his older sister Susie. So even though Jessie, even though Jessie isn't Freddy's girlfriend, as far as we know, at least Freddy, it does seem that Freddy at least liked Jessie or loved Jessie more than his own sister to not play the same rude name game with Jessie that he plays with Susie. But despite all the name calling, Freddy and Susie still love each other because they make thank you square deals in every story where Susie offers help Freddy out of a jam if Freddy agrees to do something else for her in return. And despite all their fighting, Freddy still likes it. Freddy and Susie really do love each other. Freddy hugs Susie and tells her, you're the best sister in the whole world. So yeah, that's all I have to say about. So yeah, that's all I had to tell you about what Mrs. Wishy taught me as a reader and the rest of her class in the story of Freddy about how early crushes it may not always turn out to be close friends when you're older and super secret Valentine. And the other things I just told you after that to extend this video about how Freddy is very good at handling relationships and situations with people who like him, like Robbie and Jessie, and even people who don't like him very much, like Max and Susie. That's all I guys. Now my story is and a commentary is all and review is all told for the Ready Freddy book Super Secret Valentine. What's up with you? Are you a big fan of the Ready Freddy book series? And when did you and is there a point in any of the Ready Freddy books, including the newer second grade ones, where you think that the Ready Freddy author Abby Klein jumps the shark? Because Freddy, get it? Because Freddy Thresher likes sharks. It's, he even has a shark species for a family name. Do you think I'm a good comedian? Or I don't think I'm a good comedian, but I still like cracking an occasional clever joke, like I did just now. I like cracking occasional joke in videos like I did just now. So, thank you for watching my first ever review of a book from a book series, from a children's book series that I like. Like and subscribe if you want to see me review more books, because you're seeing me review movies and television shows all the time. So I'd like to hear more from you. Do you have any books that you'd like me to read or review that have already been adapted into a film or a television series? Because sometimes I can get the same feeling from reading books like Ray Freddy or Junie B. Jones or My Weird School. I know that each book in this series is. I know that each book in this series is like an episode, and they each have like a set cast of main characters who appear in every book episode. And these children's chapter books can take a half hour or less to read all the way through at a normal speed. Okay, now, well, I know the Captain Underpants book series got adapted into film and an additional series on Netflix by DreamWorks. I know Captain Underpants book series got adapted into an animated film by DreamWorks and a subsequent DreamWorks animated series on Netflix, but what they're really doing with that is like they write original stories with new ideas that tell with the same Captain Underpants characters, rather than just adapting the same stories that we already know from the 12 Captain Underpants books that Dave Pilkey published before the 2017 movie. And I can really respect the Captain Underpants, and I can really respect the Captain Underpants film and TV writers for being that creative and imaginative with the characters from the series to write their own stories while still being true to the characters that we know, like in the Captain Underpants books. I'm sorry if I got on track. But this video is not Captain Underpants. It's about my earlier longer lengthy discussion about early grade school crushes and Valentines, in which which Freddy's teacher, Mrs. Wishy herself, touched upon with her own such experience in Super Secret Valentine. I mean, the fact that Mrs. Wishy talks about Josh in the way that she does probably implies that they didn't stay together after elementary school, and he isn't Mr. Wishy. Thank you for watching my long video review piece about Ready Freddy. Like and subscribe especially if you want to see me review more children's book series like Ready Freddy.